Hello everyone and welcome back to the journey. With just 4 races left to go in the 2014 season, we arrive here at Russia. Of course, the Formula 1's newest circuit, and yes, it's terrible. I'm sure I'll complain about it quite a lot through the race. Cannot stand this place at all. We've got pole position though. Back-to-back poles for us here in Formula 1. Lewis Hamilton alongside in the front row. Nico Rosberg qualifying significantly better than he did in the previous round, up there in 3rd position. I think he was, what, 13th, 14th last round. Jenson Button at the back end of the top 10. Same with Daniel Ricciardo. A bit of a big shame from them. Then, of course, we have the 2 Force Indias directly behind. Maybe expecting some decent pace for them. Who knows? Let's jump in, though, to F1's newest worst track. Right, so it's F1's brand new circuit, and it's of course a terrible one. Such a long run down towards turn 1, and we're not very good at the start, so I'm expecting not to lead. But it is back-to-back pole positions, which is, I mean, it's something. There goes Hamilton straight through. Rosberg's obviously there. We can definitely battle with the Mercs this time. Stayed on the inside of Rosberg. He's gone out wide anyway. See ya. I feel a lot more confident about being able to win this race than Suzuka. I mean, we'll see. We're quite good in the final sector, I believe, based on the pace of the qualifying session. That said, look at him go. My goodness. We'll turn up the fuel in just a second and stick it on Rich for a bit. We know we can save that fuel back up, so it's fine. And now into that 3rd and final sector that apparently we're not terrible in, at least based on quali. Just checking out the fuel. Well, that's a cut. Nice one. That's why we're not good at, not bad at it. We cut. Yeah, fuel's okay. Let's turn that straight up and go on the attack. At least try and keep up. At the bare minimum, stay within DRS range if we can. But I'm not. I'm less confident than I was on lap 1. I was chatting a lot of confidence. I'm now less confident. That's not good. A little bit too deep there at the 2nd corner. Hook it in through there nicely. Nice one. Such an awkward track. Every corner kind of sucks. Especially this one. Especially for Lance Stroll. Lol, 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 lol. Hamilton's building that gap. We've got to really send it in this 3rd sector just to try and drag ourselves back into the mix. But we have to enjoy being at the front because it's not going to be happening next season. Of course, signing with McLaren for a 2-year extension. Into the... Oh, my goodness, that was not good. Into the McLaren Honda era. I fear it is going to be a while before we're back at the front of the field. Hamilton was almost a second faster than we were. And we're going to have to turn back onto standard fuel. Basically, it's not looking good at the moment. Obviously, we are battling for 2nd of the World Championship with Rosberg. So at least there's something at play here in this fight. But I'd love a victory. Mostly because I know if we take, well, like any win we take round now will be the last one we're going to have for at least a couple of years. Well, that wide, nice one. I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe the car won't be terrible when we get to like Monaco or something. Maybe we'll be able to upgrade it in 16 a fair amount. Who knows? I mean, we're lapping well. It's just not good enough. Yeah, and Rosberg's really close now. He's not going to go for a move down to T1. Well, he might look. But he won't get there, that's for sure. Might go for someone down there. It's fair. We're not that far away from being able to turn it back up to Rich Mix and leaving it there for the rest of the race. Here he comes. We'll be okay. We won't be okay. Oh my God, bit of a lock up there on the rear as well. As soon as I got on the brakes, it just kept turning from the rear end. Let's turn it up to Rich. We're close to being able to have a look here, but not quite. We'll give it a half go. Oh, I hate how this game breaks. Oh, we've understood. We've just pushed him straight off, basically. Just pushed him straight off. Pit at the end of the next lap, so we've not got long. Yeah, it's just when you get on the brakes, it wobbles so much. Super weird. Been struggling with that all season long, and I will be struggling with it next year as well. I know I spoke a little bit last round about a live stream series. That is definitely going to happen. Oh, that's a bit wide. Nice. That is definitely going to happen. So I spent the weekend building the graphics. So the graphics package that we've got for this, the 2010 like TV style that I've been running, that I made in Photoshop, that does all the standings and all that kind of stuff. So I've been working on a way to have that basically in OBS. an update live once I've put in the quali results onto a spreadsheet, and basically it just pulls the data from the spreadsheet and puts it in the graphics, effectively. So we should keep ourselves those TV graphics, keep the style, keep the feel, and hopefully I'll be starting that series in maybe like 3 weeks or so. So yeah, it would be live streaming starting back in 2010. I'll be driving for Renault in that, I know that already. Just I want to drive that car, the black and red Renault. I thought it looked sick back in the day. And yeah, it'll be live streamed. Full distance races, maybe streamed on maybe a Monday or a Tuesday night. Oh, hello. Not sure yet as to when I'll be doing it. But yeah, Monday or Tuesday night, full distance races here on YouTube and on Twitch. All the graphics goodness and all that like. Be a bit of fun. You get to see how I actually drive, which is terribly. Really, I'm not a good driver. Editing covers up the amount of apexes that are missed per race. So into the pit lane this time by. There we go. Hamilton's also in. Terrible pit entry here. Whoop. A little bit too hot in there. But we're in. Maybe we can delay him a little bit. Nah. That was more hopeful than anything else. Obviously, rich mix, clean air. Let's try and set a good lap time here to try and make sure we clear off from Rosberg. I said clear air, and then we've got Perez and Button here. Perez coming straight through. It's actually a tiny move from Perez there. And now we're going to have to deal with these for the next few corners. Hopefully we can clear Jensen here, but he's obviously going to get DRS as well, and he's in his own fight. Here he goes for an inside look on Perez. Maybe I have to go back to the outside. There we go. Oh, nearly contact between the two. Nice one. And there's nowhere really for us to go, so straight to the outside of Perez. And we've got to be careful because I think Jensen will be coming into the pit lane. Go on. There we go. Straight in. Nice one. We did get held up a fair amount there, though, which is the unfortunate bit. But that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. We're a little bit ahead of Rosberg, though. So at least there's that. Stick it back on Rich. I was so confident of winning this race coming into this one, but that Merc, it's just the race pace is so high. Obviously, again, I know I said it back in Suzuka. Obviously it is. Hello. But, goddamn. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it in any of the last races this season. Just imagine, though, a full distance race round here. Yeesh. I do, genuinely, though, here's a controversial opinion for you. I actually don't know why. I prefer this place to someone like Baku, though. I really hate Baku. Miami, get out. Although I will say I hate Miami less now that I've got into doing laps. Same with Jeddah. I don't like them at all, but I hate them less. Like now that I've done full distance races around them in the full distance series, things like that. Like, oh, hello, that's a cut. I've grown to accept their existence. Whoever sat in fourth position as well is actually keeping up really nicely with Rosberg. I think it might be Ricciardo. I mean, let's be real. It's either Ricciardo or Bottas. Watch out for the wall here. Well, hate that wall. So stupid. The Tech Pro barrier launching out into the track by quite a margin. It's so stupid. Yeah, it's not an interesting race, this one. If you want to go and watch an interesting race, go and watch the full distance race at Singapore that I released on Sunday. That was an interesting race. So much fun. Or even the Long Beach race. Obviously, go and give the shout out to the IndyCar series at Long Beach. Obviously, that'll be back in a few weeks' time. We've got Barber coming up. We'll actually be recording that Barber episode in not too long. Probably at some point this week, actually. Get ahead of it, why not? And we've got to get ourselves ready for F1 25 coming out, which isn't too far away. We're comfortably faster than Rosberg now. We're running about the same pace as Hamilton, although I can imagine that's more Hamilton dropping the speed. He won't be crowned world champion yet, but at this rate, with the points gap that he's got to us and Rosberg, he will do it around early. I think after this race, it'll be more than 50 points that he'll have in the world championship over us. And obviously, with the double points in the season finale, yeah, it looks like he might be becoming a 3-time world champion. God, race engineers panicking. We're dropping back to Rosberg. We're dropping off of Hamilton. It's all concerned, mate. We've got plenty of time back to Rosberg. Calm your knickers. I think Jensen's running about 9th position, so a couple of points. But obviously, again, if we're staying at McLaren, that will be to team up with Fernando Alonso. So we're now on the home stretch. These are the last few races for Jensen Button in Formula 1. I know he returned for that guest appearance in 17, but obviously that's not going to happen this series. And we're staying at McLaren for 2 years, more after this. So yeah, he's donezo. He's gone. He's out, sadly. As a Jensen Button fan, that's disappointing, but yeah. He's not delivered this, to be fair, either of the last 2 seasons. On to the last lap of a race which has been dull as dishwater. Once again, Hamilton dominating. Again, I can't remember how many wins he's on. I think it might be 9 after this. He is going to take an unreal amount of victories this season. Well, I can't remember how many it was in real life. I think it was 10. Might have been 11, but I think it was 10. On his way, of course, to the World Championship. Rosberg is actually really closing in. We're struggling to keep in the rhythm around here. But it's okay. The time's ticking down in our favour. And the end of the race is nigh. So yeah, here comes Lewis Hamilton around the final corner. And there'll be yet another victory in 2014 for him, as he basically puts one hand on the world title. We'll come through the final corner and grab another podium. And that's it. I had confidence at the start of the race, but of course that dissipated very, very quickly with a dominant victory from Lewis Hamilton yet again this season. Us finding ourselves into second. We were able to hold second on from Rosberg as well. And again, there is that battle for second in the World Championship, both in the constructors and, of course, in the drivers. Jensen Button scoring an important point, but Williams scored really, really strongly this round as well. We can see no major shocks back here. And, of course, only one retirement from the race, which was Esteban Gutierrez, everyone else being able to see the checkered flag. Let's take a look at the championship standings though, where of course Lewis Hamilton miles clear of everyone else. Us and Rosberg very, very close. Us outscoring Rosberg there, importantly drags that gap down just a touch. And of course Williams looking really, really strong when it comes to a battle between us and them for second in the constructors. Next up though, we are heading over to the United States, to the Circuit of the Americas, somewhere which I kind of hate and sometimes don't. I don't know, it depends on the car. Let's find out what we get when we get there.